So, hi everyone. Um, haven't done a vlog in a long time. Um, but I thought it sort of feels right to do one now because I know there's a lot of people out there, including myself, that suffer with mental health issues, especially through this pandemic and lockdown and not being able to see people that you would normally see in groups and things, families and friends, and having to shield, and it's a tough time for all of us, not just people who suffer. It's a rough time for every single one of us. I'm looking down because I have wrote some notes like I normally do, just so I don't waffle on about the same stuff. During this lockdown, there has been a lot of cases of people taking their own life, ending life, and it's sad to know that it's getting more and it's getting worse, really. And as a sufferer, I get that. I understand why. Because when you suffer, I suffer from anxiety and I suffer from depression. And when you live, I live by myself. I live just me, my dog, and that's it. And when you can't get out to see people, I attended groups that I'd love to go to, like art therapy and things. Bella, she is company, my dog, and I love her to pieces, and we play, but she doesn't she doesn't talk back to me. But she'll sit and cuddle me if I cry or anything, and that's she shows me love and affection in that way. It's still hard, and there's only so much you can do. You can only do so much cleaning. You can only do so much colouring. I miss not socialise, but just going out and being able to speak to somebody without a bloody mask on and being able to understand properly what they're saying instead of being like, well, what did they say? What? Because that's what you just say. And attending the art therapy group, which I really loved going to, and I'm gutted that I can't go, and obviously I'm thinking about the other clients that go, how are they doing? I hope that they're safe and well, and they're getting through this as best as they can, like we all are trying to. I miss other courses, the course that I go, self-esteem courses and trauma related, and I just miss seeing everybody there, really. And I also miss I just miss having that support network from people who understand you when you don't have to say much, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense. I know, being in lockdown has to be done, and I get that, and I totally get that. But we've got to mental health, it's not spoken about enough, and it's not mentioned, and it feels like it's 12th down on the list, and other things come first, and things need to change. There is helplines out there such as Samaritans and Mind. If you're feeling that low, like pick up the phone and speak to Samaritans if you haven't got anybody to talk to, if you haven't got a friend or somebody to rely on. And I know that's easier said than done. I really understand that sometimes you just get in that head frame and you just think, what's the point? Why would they pick the phone up to me? Like, it just gets to that point where you just think, that's it, I've had enough. And I understand that. I really do. I understand I understand COVID is important, and we need to be safe and secure and things like that. But people with mental health are important too, because COVID's not just killing people. People with depression, mental health issues are killing people just as much. Now, I understand this is like a vaccine or whatever, but like, a vaccine doesn't make a mental health person better, does it? You can't just give somebody, even though I wish you could give somebody an injection and be like, bam, there you go, happy, go lucky for the rest of your life, jumping out of bed on the morning, being able to do things. God, I'd love that. But there isn't. And it in my eyes, it is. Mental health is just killing as much as COVID's killing. But we can all get through together. I was actually going to post this. I've ummed and ahed about posting all this. But I don't know why I decided to do it tonight, but I've decided to do it. But when I did write it and wrote notes and stuff, it was Sexual Abuse and Rape Awareness Week. Hashtag it's not okay. There was no, and I just wanted to say there's no shame or wrong to talk about abuse or rape from the present or in the past that's come to light in things, and you feel like now you're ready to talk about it. Arch North East, it's an amazing organisation. My counsellor was fantastic, and all the other counsellors are too. Don't get me wrong, I was cacking myself going. But I think if anybody went to an appointment or if anybody went to any sort of counselling at first, I think that's just a natural reaction. Well, it was a natural reaction to me anyway, so fair dues. The building, which I found quite better actually, it's just like a normal house in a normal estate, which I found it quite better, really, that you're not just walking into this place type thing. It just looked like I was just walking into somebody's house. which was good. And as soon as you go in there, there is a sense of straight away of safety. You feel safe and at ease straight away, and you're never pressured to speak about anything. It's all in your own time, and the main thing is that your voice is heard and you're listened to and you're believed, and most of all, you walk in feeling like a victim. I'm gonna well up through this bit. But you walk back out as a survivor, which is really empowering to say. I haven't just had counselling once with them. I've had three times. Twice with the same counsellor, one with a different counsellor. I've also attended a recovery toolkit course there, which was once a week. And I found I wasn't going to do it because I just thought, no, I don't really want to. But I'm really glad that I did. I found it helpful, and I learned a lot of some useful tips. There was 3 survivors, including myself, and 2 counselling staff, and it was 4 till 6. And I learned a lot more than what I thought I already knew, which was good, and I felt more empowered, and I felt like I wasn't I'm not to blame. Each week it's a different thing. And what I mean by that, it's a different subject each week, with myths and things like that, and some stuff I did find hard. And I do remember getting upset in a couple, but I'm so glad that I didn't give it up. So if anybody's struggling with stuff like that, Arch Northeast is still open. Just give them a call to be put on the waiting list. I'm still in my counselling, which is not Arch. I'm with a different counselling, a normal counselling, and we still manage to have sessions each week through Zoom. On a Friday, which it's helpful and it does help, but when you think about things, it's not the same sometimes. But it's just like what I'm doing now. It's just like FaceTime, really, but just talking over the phone about things, which is fun. It's secure and it's passworded, so nobody can just get on there or anything like that. But what I'm saying mainly is that if anybody's struggling, don't wait to hesitate to pick up the phone or anything like that. Or if you can't pick up the phone, maybe just walk to A&E. Express how you're feeling, and they'll be able to help you. or try and distract your mind. I mean, I do a lot of colouring and things, or I'll try and take the dog for a walk. But there is days where I just don't want to get up off out of bed, or I don't want to just get off the sofa and things like that. So I understand how hard it can be for people to pick up the phone. I really do. But if you can, please just do it, because COVID's taking lives as it is, and we don't need mental health to take more lives too. So I'm gonna just leave it there for now, because I can feel myself getting a tad bit emotional. But please keep safe, everybody, and hopefully we don't have to put up with this much longer, this pandemic. So stay safe is what I was trying to say until that time comes. Take care.